So, I am about to do my character biography. I've already done a bit. I'm not going to do it all right now. But I just thought I would record my thought processes. So, name. We rolled the dice. I rolled the dice in class. I had 3 options. It landed on Gregory, meaning watcher or watching, because Nigel and I, the director, have discussed that I may be in multiple scenes sort of watching the action, less as a physical person, more as a representation of everyone, a character that the audience is, if that makes sense. Surname. My other names I put forward were Horace, as that means time, because he's sort of, if he isn't a real person as such, he's this immortal being, Phoenix, not a mortal being. He's not a physical, real character. He is a representation of perhaps chaos in itself. That's quite an interesting thought. Or Phoenix, because rebirth, new choices lead to new outcomes, etc. Could Horace be a surname? Why not? Horace. Horace. He is 16 years old. He's in that gap between GCSE's secondary school and sixth form. He's going to a new sixth form. He's left his college. He's going to Sidmouth College. It's brand new. It's exciting. He goes by he, him pronouns. He works in a charity shop because it's nice. It's relaxed. It's easy. He couldn't. If you put this kid in a restaurant, he'd die. It just wouldn't work. He can't do loud noises. He can't do crowds. He also can't really do responsibility. You ask him, hey, woman's just fallen in front of the tracks. Tell me about it. I need it for my police report or whatever. We're talking about police report currently in class. And his response is, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and I got really, really scared, and I got really, really scared, and I don't really think I should be doing this. So he works in a little charity shop where he can just sit and read a book and scroll through Instagram, do a Sudoku, just relax. They're the things he likes to do. Just relax. And then someone comes in, oh, hi, how are you? Okay, thank you, that's £3. Thanks, have a nice day. He's about to go to Sidmouth College. He's going to be studying history, English, and philosophy. I asked AI to give me them. Same as all the character names of all the people that he meets, all his friends, and where the friends met, and all of this, all given to me by AI, because I wanted to randomise it. I wanted to just completely randomise it. I asked AI for some names. I asked AI for some places. I asked AI for some subjects, and this is sort of what it gave me, and it's helped me to create this image of this rather studious, quiet, self-conscious person. So he's about to go to Sidmouth College and study history, English, and philosophy for A-levels. His birthday is the 6th of February. I just asked AI for that. 6th of February. 2009 to be 16? Yeah. Yes. Family tree. We have family tree. We have his parents. He has his mother. Let's just Clara and Ethan Horace. However, I don't think that these people are married. And a surname. Holloway. Clara Holloway. She is a lovely person. She's unendingly, like, thoughtful and caring. You can't mess up in this mind. What am I called? Greg. Greg couldn't mess up in her eyes, because she's just so sweet. She's so sweet, she's so loving, she's so caring. She's always trying to look after her baby. This is her only son. Only child. Greg is an only child. So she's always looking after her baby. And nothing's ever too good. He's not spoiled, because the family's not rich, but he's as spoiled as he can be. You know? It's not, I want this, okay, here, but it's, I want this. You're getting it for Christmas. And then there is the father, who, what did get? Ethan. Oh, he spelled Ethan? Who knew? Who knew? Oh, wrong tab. This tab. Ethan. Father. Ethan. And then it's his surname, so Horace. A nice bloke. I think they get on fine. I don't think my character has any mummy or daddy issues. I think that's not what they've got. The social anxiety and all that. But I don't think they've got parent issues. He's not as close with his mum than his dad. But that's just because I think his dad's I reckon he's like a sportsman. Sportsman-y type guy. He's not a sportsman, but he's sporty. And Greg is not. I feel like Greg would sit and watch the football and... he's probably more of a rugby guy, rugby and cricket sort of thing. Greg will watch the rugby, but will never play it. Dad's not angry about this. He's a nice guy. He's loving. He's loving. But he wouldn't be happy if Greg started playing with dolls. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense. I need to write that up better. Good English. So he's got a lovely mum, lovely and happy, and then he's got, who is just like the most amazing woman in the world, and then he's got a dad who is quite good. He sits at school and he's like, oh, how's your dad? Oh, I don't have a dad. How's your dad? Oh, he's kind of aggressive. How's your dad? Yeah, he's nice. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. He is close with 3 out of 4 grandparents. 3 out of 4 grandparents on his father's side. Wait, heads or tails? Heads, it's his father. Tails, it's his mother. Okay, it was his father's side. I was right. On his father's side, he has heads 2 grandparents, tails 1 grandparent. 2 grandparents. On his father's side, there's granny and grandpa. Lovely people. Old. Fragile. Not very well off. But always a good babysitter. Then on mother's side, we have heads granddad, heads granddad, tails nan. Nan. We have Nan. She's the cool Nan. She's like had a motorcycle in the day. She would, if Greg had loads of friends and was like, hey, I want to make a party. I want to have a party. Cool Nan would be like, yeah, let's do this. She's the cool Nan. Super supportive. Timeline. Can't really do that right now. I mean, I could. I'm not going to. Friends we made and lost. So I used AI to do a lot of this. We have, what were they called? Charlie? I think it was Charlie. Hang on. Who are my friends again? Question mark? Yes, Georgia. Penelope's the new friend. Georgia's the ex-friend. Charlie and Lily. No, it was Charlie. Forgot Georgia. Oh well. It's only the 17th. We have loads of time. Friends we made and lost the way. So, Georgia. Now, read my memories, because, this girl. We were besties for, like, ever. And then she wanted to be cool and popular, and Greg was like, I'd rather go and sit in this philosophy class. And Georgia was like, no thanks. And spread lots and lots of nasty rumours. Lots and lots of nasty rumours and lots of stuff like that, which left Greg completely alone, because she turned all of his other friends against her, which was very mean. Then we've got Charlie. Charlie was his, like, best boyfriend, inseparable. Georgia was her bestie, and they were, like, ever. But, Greg and Charlie, highwaymen, sort of thing. And they were friends, they were good friends. And Charlie was a lot more sporty. He always was, but it was never a thing, do you know what I mean? They'd both play football in the playground at school. Charlie would just get in there, whereas Greg was probably more of the goalie type guy. Charlie then, after hearing these rumours about Georgia, he's perhaps not as rational as Greg would have been in this situation, and he just sort of, he attacked Charlie on the train platform. Then we have Lily. Lily was, the other friend. They were close. Lily was going to be at the wedding. They were all going to be at the wedding. But Lily was the one that you could ring crying. You'd at 1 o'clock in the morning, your dog's died. He didn't have a dog. He was a cat person. Anyway, it's all too much. Your homework's behind. You've argued with your mum, probably your dad, realistically. Mum's a bit of a pushover, apparently. And you ring her up and you're like, oh my gosh, Lily, life sucks. I can't do this. And she'd turn around and go, L, in a nice, loving way. And she blocked him out of the blue. Just cut off communication, never spoke again. Won't make eye contact on the platform, all of that malarkey. But then we have Penelope. And Penelope is sporty. She also does history. So she's bright. She's not top of the history class, but she's with it, and she knows what's going on. More importantly, she's socially clever. Everybody loves Penelope, except the people that hate Penelope. But, most people like Penelope. She's this funny, carefree kind of gal. She's fun. She's kind of crazy, but in all the good ways. She's gonna get you into trouble, but nothing she can't talk her way out of. Ridiculously short skirts for no apparent reason. No interest in boys, no interest in girls. She's that kind of girl. And she heard all of these rumours, and she went, maybe they're true, maybe not. This kid looks kind of sad. And eventually, not immediately, you can only expect so much from people, just clicked with Greg. And if Greg's more of an introverted person, people say, every introvert has their extrovert that just sort of claimed them. Penelope claimed Greg. She is the extrovert that will shout at the waiter when the menu is wrong. The order is wrong from the menu. And they are purely platonic. There is nothing going on there. Greg, first of all, doesn't have the confidence for any of that to happen. And if he did turn around to Penelope and said, I love you, she'd slap him across the face and tell him to get in love with a proper girl. I think that would be the vibe. She is the best friend now. For the last year 9, year 10, year 11, 2.5, 3 years sort of thing. Depending on where we are in the timeline of life. His life. Chaos. Dislikes. Public speaking. I mean, obviously. Crowds. Loud noises. He probably should get tested for autism or something. He's not gonna, because it's not that big a deal. It's just he has huge anxiety attacks. That's not a dislike. Loud noises. Public speaking. Memory. Let's ask AI. Give me something not to like. See if that's clear enough. Okay, thanks. It told me yeah, that's fair enough. It's given me crowded places and loud noises because of everything that's happened to my life. Let's start a new one that doesn't know me. New chat. Give me a thing not to like. Unreliable people. Oh, when people constantly... Yeah, I mean, I feel like that fits the character quite well. Thank you. And then I feel like I need something kind of crazy. You know, everyone has that one thing that they just don't like for some reason. So, how about an animal? Question mark. Mosquitoes. Fair. Who does like mosquitoes? Annoying, always buzzing in your ear, and they leave itchy bites. I feel like, Greg probably is the kind of person that's quite allergic to thingies. I'm going to write that in. Hashtag canonized. I don't know why I'm talking. It's very late at night. Sorry. I'll edit this out. I won't. Where am I writing mosquitoes? Allergic to mosquitoes. Where would that go? Hang on. I'm working right on the website. I shouldn't be doing that. First, week 1, week 2. Rage and love. Characterization. Cool. Slotted that in. Where was I? Hobbies and interests. Well, as I said, I asked it to give me some subjects, and it's given me history, English, and philosophy are his things. But let's try and get more specific than that. Give me a time in history to be interested by. The fall of the Roman Empire. Oh, look at this! Oh, yeah, the fall of the Roman Empire. That will do. Control C. English. What's my favourite book? If he likes reading, what could be someone's favourite book? What do we get? The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Sailing, for someone who relates to the feeling of lost or disconnect. So what I've done is sort of given it all of my memories that I wrote. So it's sort of I've given it the 2 scripts that my character speaks in, and I gave it a brief summary of the dance that my character's in, and then all the memories. I probably should have explained this at the beginning. Well, it's under a separate category. Anyway, and so this is why it sort of knows who I am. So it's giving me sort of useful things. Lovers. No. No, he doesn't have any lovers. He's not... He was sort of shunned for most of year 9 and has never quite recovered emotionally. Not emotionally. Socially. He's never been one... He's always had anxiety attacks. He's never been the most extroverted person. Yeah, he's always been friends with girls, but he's never had a thing for girls or boys. It's just not something that he thinks about. He probably thinks about it. It's just not something that he has any particular interest in. Fears. Let's do this. Oh, also, how is that different to dislikes? Dislikes is probably more... I suppose the difference between dislikes and fears is dislikes are probably more... I don't like it when I put my hand on the table and there's gum there. I have a fear of snakes, personally. So he probably dislikes public speaking, but has a fear of crowds, I reckon. However, if I just, for now, copy and paste my fears into crowds, then that can work. Careers. I've done careers. That's a shop. Key relationship with scene partner. My character is in a monologue. However, during the scene dance 1, there we go. He's got a very awkward relationship with the scene partners, because the scene partners is the entire ensemble, and we're all doing a dance, and the dance is going fine. Gregory over here is, stressing. He's trying to do it the best. I'm choosing to interpret, for now, the dance as a more metaphorical insight, because, okay, it's post-dramatic. Things don't have to be taken at face value, taken literally. They don't have to make perfect sense at first glance. So I think the dance scene is a much more metaphorical insight into the feeling he feels of always being in the wrong place, always getting it wrong. No matter what he does, it's always wrong. Not for his mum, but not for his parents, but for everyone else. It's, why'd you do that? What'd you do that for? He just wants to fit in. He just wants to, and he's focusing so hard on getting this dance right. He messes up, and he's just sort of left mortified as everyone shuns him. I think that's where I've sort of gone with that. So it's a very tenuous, awkward relationship with the ensemble.